Hey everyone, I'm Mel.
And I'm Lennox.
And we are at the
Melennox show.
This is our first YouTube video. I think that we've been wanting to do this for a while. So I think like 2 years ago we were playing Truth or Dare or something on a live video on Instagram. And I think that was the moment where I was like, we're kind of interesting. We should do this. When do you think we needed to start?
When we started traveling.
That's true. So your name is Lennox. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. And what do you do? How's like, what do you do in your life? With your life?
Sleeping.
Yeah, you sleep a lot.
Well, I'm in school full time, obviously. I'm in high school.
What year? What grade?
I'm a junior. And I dedicate my time to my family and you guys and my siblings.
Oh, you have siblings. How many siblings do you have?
I have 3 siblings.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me.
I thought I was supposed to ask the questions.
But I was gonna, okay, whatever. Ask me, okay? I was like, we're making this about you right now, so let's turn the spotlight back on.
How old are you?
Oh Lord.
For all the single guys out there.
No, I'm 28. I'm actually not ashamed to say that I'm 28. I'm almost 30, and it's okay. I'm like 2 months away. I will go 2 months away from being 30. Don't make no sense. I'm happy.
No, you're beautiful.
I'm happy.
Okay.
Just don't.
What do you like to do?
I like to read. I know it sounds boring, but I really actually enjoy reading. I like to learn new things. I love to hang out with my nieces. But yeah, I think that I'm really passionate about my family. So I spend a lot of time with my niece and my nephews, my brothers, my mom, my dad. So I like to do that.
What do you like to do in your free time?
My free time? Oh Lord, I like to daydream about my future and like make plans. Like I legit can sit down and make a plan of like what the next 6 months are gonna look like, where I'm gonna go. I like to really spend a lot of time thinking about where I want to travel and how I'm gonna do it. And so I spend a lot of time just like making plans. I'm an organizer, so I love it.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna ask you, what do you do? Like, what's your job?
Officially, like a community organizer. I've been organizing in my community for the past 4 years, but before that, I did it without getting paid. So I always felt like it's actually a privilege to be able to do what I do and getting paid for it, because I did organizing for before as an immigrant. And as a student, I actually was fighting for around the time that there were budget cuts at my school, and also around the time that a lot of people were fighting for us to get the DREAM Act, and then eventually turning to the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival. So I did a lot of organizing in that aspect before without getting paid. Just doing it because, I mean, it's part of who I am, and I felt like I needed to be in that action. But I started getting paid to be an organizer for the past 4 years. And I organized also around education, because education is my passion. And my dream is to become a teacher. That's the dream. I want to be a high school teacher.
Oh, me too.
Nice. What do you like to do in your free time? Sleep. You like to sleep, period.
I like watching Netflix on my free time.
What kind of stuff do you watch on Netflix?
I watch random stuff.
Nice.
Like, I don't know, I just ask my friends, give me recommend me movies, and then they're like, alright, watch this. And I just finished Bird Box, which is kind of
nice. That's pretty good. I think that as part of like this journey of like documenting some of the things that we do and who we are, I think we could actually as we move forward, we can actually talk about movies and shows that we
yes.
like, because I'm really always down for a good story. So I think that if you're not a person who likes to read, or if you don't like to listening to stories and things like that on the radio or any other ways, like, just watch a movie. Those stories are important.
Shows like Gossip Girl.
Stupid.
That's my show.
I like Gossip Girl.
XO,
I'm not even
XO,
like.
Gossip Girl.
I have some skeletons in my closet, so I think Gossip Girl is one of them. Like, it's the one thing that I never really say aloud, because I'd be like, people are gonna be like, girl, you're too grown for that shit. So why is it important? Okay, so I think that it's important for us to like share like what we are to each other, like why are we doing this together, rather than just doing it alone. What is your take on that?
On why we're doing this? I actually wanted to start this with you because, oh man, I be going through some hard shit too. And I feel like it's important for me to like share my experience with other young girls like me, who can actually like, who I can tell them, you know, like, I've been through this and you're not going through it alone. You know, like, I've been bullied throughout my whole like middle school year, and then my freshman year, and then I had to transfer to a whole other school, and now I'm in a school where like I'm treated as one of like their own, you know, as a family member. I'm part of like this big community at my school where like we're just a whole, you know. So yeah, so I want to talk about my experience and why like it's important to actually listen to teenagers.
I like that, which is interesting because Lennox and I went to the same school actually, and I did not have that experience at her school. My experience was the complete opposite. So it was really interesting to see that 10 years later, after I left the high school, there's things that are changing. And so that is what makes me happy about the work that I do, is because we come back and we really want to shift and change. And so I'm really happy to hear that she's having a better time at her new high school than I did, like, was it like 10 years ago, something like that. I don't even want to think about how long ago that was.
Should we turn off the fan? I don't know if that's gonna make a background noise.
I don't think so. I don't know. The window is open, so it should be fine.
We'll have to edit that.
I don't know how to do that, but we'll figure it out. So I have no editing experience. I have no experience in making videos or media or anything like that.
Time.
And that's okay. Like, I don't feel like I'm like really, I'm not really concerned so much about that and like making like the best, like incredible like videos that like have the best production. Like, that's not my intention. I think that we're really concerned about like creating content that gets to people's hearts. Like, for me, it's important to just be human, and I feel like there's so many people now on YouTube and other platforms where people are not real, and that's concerning for me as an adult and someone who is helping raise a child. Like, understanding that when they go and they see things on those videos, it's not necessarily something that is gonna help them become better or proud of who they are. And that's the reason why I'm doing this. I want to do this not so much to get likes or for people to just like, you know, to like the way that other people do it. I just want to do it because I think that it's important to share our stories. It's important to...
I started crying.
Yes, because I feel like there's just so much need. There's so much need for love out there. And also, I feel like there's a way that people think that they should be. And it's sad to think that, like, you know, if you don't look the way that everybody else looks, you don't have the perfect lips or the perfect height or the perfect weight, like, you just don't feel like you belong. And it shouldn't be the case. We shouldn't thrive to be someone we're not. We should just be ourselves. And in being ourselves, I think that I, for one, have always been like the black sheep of the family. People don't have necessarily the best impression of who I am, but I feel like these would be a chance for me to like share who I truly am and just being honest about that, as well as sharing it just to share it, to be there, so that along the way I know that I'm growing and I'm able to capture some of that growth. through the videos and through documenting our experiences. That's why I want to do the video.
I love it.
And yes, and I think that there's also a lot of value in our conversations all the time. Everything that we talked about is just so important. And so for people who don't know who we are, or people who, even those the people who actually know who we are, they wouldn't understand the kind of relationship that we have.
We be having some deep conversations, like
we do, and
all the time.
And as an adult, it's important that we share with the youngsters what we know. So tell them who we are, like who we are as a unit.
We're a dynamic duo. Well, we're very tight. We're very close. I know so much about her. I'm always like testing my brother. I'm like, what do you know about her? And then I'm always quizzing him. But yeah, like I know pretty much everything about my aunt. Like, what's her favorite? Like sad music when she like wants to like be sad.
Okay.
Anyways,
I'm like, don't play those, please.
And we traveled together. So far, we've been to 7 countries together. She has helped me in school a lot. Like whenever I have like academic, and whenever I need academic help or like just help in school in general with like a teacher, or like I'm having problems with a student, she's always like down to earth to just go to school and be like, I got this, don't even trip. Even when I want food, like she pulls up to school and she eats lunch with me. So we're there in the cafeteria together. We sit there and just eat, which is awesome because I have no friends. But yeah, like we've been doing everything together.
Yeah. So Lennox is my brother's daughter. So I have 2 brothers, and so my oldest brother has 4 kids, and so Lennox is the oldest one, and then they have another 3 kids who are a little younger. 1 is in middle school and 2 in elementary school. And so Lennox and I have been really close because we've experienced a lot of similar things in our lives. I feel like that brought us together. There was a time that she was having a hard time dealing with school and just situations at school. And so I felt the need to try to be that support that she needed to be able to be the best, her best self. And so at that point, it was so interesting because like one of the many reasons why we got really, really close is that she had an incident in school with one of the students, and literally like it was so damaging, it was so terrible that we ended up like canceling our entire like idea of what we were gonna do once we left the country to travel together, because like she mentioned, we've traveled to 7 different countries, and so our idea was to pack our bags and go to Europe and just kind of like backpack through Europe and like see that area. And because she was having such a hard time, we decided that instead of going to Europe, we would go to Cuba. And Cuba was supposed to be like this place where we're going to do a lot of like reflecting and healing and just getting to know the space. Yeah.
I miss it. It was wonderful, y'all. Like our skins were great, our hair was glowing and big, and
true.
It was amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. It was a stress reliever. We had no cell phone connection, no service, no nothing, no Wi-Fi. We didn't even connect to the Wi-Fi, even though there was Wi-Fi. Like you could buy Wi-Fi, but we didn't buy the Wi-Fi. We were cool. We were just not connected to the United States.
So that is it for today, guys.
Alright, so that was the end of our video. Please comment down below any video suggestions that you guys have for us, any questions that you guys have for us and who we are. So give this video a big thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel.
Share our video, please. Thank you. And everybody, yeah.
We're so
rock your body. No, because we're the Backstreet Boys. You see how I did that there?
Backstreet's back.
All right. Goodbye.